I don't know. On that news, should we pivot over to Mexican soccer?
Uh, we can't. And this, we can't. Okay, so Mexican soccer, the Mexican national team is being punished because their fans were yelling out an anti-gay chant, which
What they do?
no.
So when the opposing goalie is about to do a goal kick, they go. You know how in the UGA, the Bulldogs, they go, "Ooh, sick 'em!" Huh.
Yeah.
So when an opposing goalie is about to kick a ball, they go, "Ooh, puto!"
Yeah, and I've been raised around a lot of Latin folks, and I was always under the impression that puto kind of just meant bitch.
I always thought it meant bitch too. I thought maricon was
was the bad one,
because that's what they're always calling me when I'm working.
Yeah, and you, me, and you both, brother. There's a million. I could tell you all of them. I won't tell you all of them on the air because But
I used to do a bit about how I've been called that F word in every language because I've had so many labor jobs.
Yeah. I was completely caught off guard because I thought whenever there was an anti-gay chant, I was leaning towards the M word here. Whenever I found out it was puto, I think that just kind of. But now that I'm reading more into it, I think it just kind of is a catch-all word for kind of effeminate bitch kind of thing. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, the news is saying that it's a derogatory term for a male sex worker. So
yeah.
So it's like calling him a hooker or something, a gay hooker,
like a gay. Yeah. And we'd have to get somebody who's more caught up on Spanish than me. I mean, I can get by, but
here's my opinion on all this. Why punish the team for what the fans are doing?
They're not letting any fans into the game for the rest of these qualifiers.
They're getting rid of the home field advantage.
And they fine the team $65,000.
Also, you can't punish change into people. It doesn't work that way. You can do an awareness program, but like you're not going to be able to enforce social change. Also, other countries have their own cultures and they're in different stages of culture than the rest of the world. That's what's so strange about international. But like I get trying to aggressively go against it. Like Europe always has a problem, especially in Eastern Europe with Poland, where they'll throw bananas at black players. Yeah. But do I think the Polish team should be punished for that? No, I think the Polish team should speak out. I think they should be like, if there's anybody on the team who naturally feels like, if there's a Mexican soccer player who's like, hey, if you're saying these words, you're not a fan of ours, that's not what we stand for. Do some corny bullshit like that. But as far as like not allowing any, like, I mean, like the amount of like father-son time and whatever father-daughter time that happens in a stadium. I mean, that's a big deal to see international soccer. And also they were playing Iceland. There's no way Iceland isn't a bunch of bitches. There's no way.
Hey, father-son time yelling at people, yelling things at people is important. Remember that time we were doing a show in a small town somewhere, and you had walked over to get a coffee, and a man and his son in a large truck came by, and the dad told his son what
he goes. It's a big white truck. We were in Hanford, California. There's a big white truck on a lift kit, and I'm walking down the street going over my set in my head. This white truck, really nice truck, pulls up beside me. The window comes down, and the father goes, "Get him," or "Tell him," or something. And the kid goes, "Fuck you!" And then they speed off laughing. And I walked away from that being like, that is so cute. Like just going out, having a good time, just hanging out. You know how many people don't get that kind of shit with their father?
Yeah, that's father-son bonding where I come from, brother.
Yeah, dude. I was like that. I mean, whatever. But listen, I'm kidding, but I don't understand. You can't force regular Mexican people to have Iceland standards on sexuality. That's part of international competition. You've got to indulge into each other's cultures. And we talked on the old pod to Mark's, his name Mark, what was his name?
Mark Sanchez. I'm the worst. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
But anyway, we had a Mexican professional baseball player. Well, he's American, but he plays in the Mexican Professional Baseball League, and he talks about how incredibly un-PC the crowds are there.
He said that that it's some of the funnest games he's ever played, where here they'll do a kiss cam or they'll do like something, but they'll go around to like a hot chick in the crowd, and the thing will go woo woo, and then they'll go to like a fat guy, and they'll go ah, like scream. He said they'll go to an Asian guy and it'll play chopsticks on the thing, like all kinds of shit like that. They'll do a kiss cam on two guys.
I live in a Mexican neighborhood, and there's a obesity problem in this neighborhood, and my roommate Jackson was walking to the train station, and he said there was this fat kid walking down the streets, and then just two random dudes in a truck just pulled up beside him and started going oink 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 oink, and then they sped up.